What's going on, everyone? Today was a huge day for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers got several breaks in the way of teams ahead of them, taking some losses. Phoenix, of course, everyone just keeps selling to Phoenix. Phoenix just keeps dominating. Like, they're not even close games. Like, Phoenix is just blowing everybody out right now. It's crazy. I mean, the game was over the first 3 minutes of the Minnesota game. I was like hoping that maybe they'd make it respectable, maybe give us a chance, give us a shot, but nope. Of course they didn't. But nonetheless, bright side, the Los Angeles Lakers did get several breaks. The Golden State Warriors ended up taking it out. Now, that's huge because Golden State was still right on our tail, right on the hairs of our chins. So for them to take a loss, now we have 2 full games ahead. If we beat Golden State coming up, that's it. We don't have to worry about Golden State no more, right? Assuming we handle business the rest of the way. But, if it goes the way that I believe it will, where you got these next 2 games coming up, then you kind of go into that stretch. You handle at least one of these, then you beat the Warriors. That's it. Warriors are done. Because you would have the tiebreaker at that point. You'd have a 2-game lead, and you would have just gotten another full game. So Lakers would be in good shape in that regard. But it was good and significant that the Warriors lost. I know some people might have wanted Dallas because we're catching Dallas. I just don't see Dallas. I don't see Dallas slipping that much to where we're going to catch them. And they have the tiebreaker over us. So to me, it's getting to the point where it's like, just let them start handling some of these teams. Let them start beating some of these teams. It's kind of getting that way with Phoenix. We're not quite there yet, but we're not that far away. To where it's like, because Phoenix has a couple games coming up against like Sacramento and some of these teams that we are trying to catch. And if Phoenix just keeps winning like this, then we need them to beat those other teams, right? Like at this point, it's getting to the point where it's like, just beat Sacramento for us, beat those teams, right? Maybe the Pelicans drop and we have the Pelicans in the first round of the play-in. We can beat the Pelicans, then we advance, and boom, now we're good, and we're the 7 seed playing whoever the 2 seed is, which could be the Thunder, the Timberwolves, or the Nuggets. We'll see how it plays out. But it's kind of getting to that point where we almost should start rooting for the Suns to beat some of these teams that are going to match up that we need to leapfrog. But outside of that, let's dive into the Boston game. Let's get this one out the way. Oh my, Boston was dominating, looking great. Right, pulled ahead. They were up like 21 or something like that going into the fourth quarter. When I say Boston did every single thing possible to blow that game and give it looked like they were upset that they won at the end of that game. It was wild. Xavier Tillman must have not got the word that, like, hey, no man, like, he ended up saving us, hitting that shot, winning the game for the Celtics. I mean, the Celtics did everything. But this was my concern going into this game. I talked about this in the video that I made earlier today. I was like, my concern is Boston, they already have the 1 seed clinched, right? They don't have anything else to play for other than just keeping guys healthy. So what did I say? That I could see them starting to sit. They're not going to sit all 5 guys, but I could see them starting to sit, Derek White and Jaylen Brown. Guess what? Right? And then next game, I could see them sitting Porzingis and Tatum, right? I can see them kind of playing it as if like, hey, we don't really have anything to play for. And that's kind of what this game was, right? They played their starters, even to start the second half. Kristaps Porzingis didn't even start, right? He only played like 10 minutes or whatever in the second half. So Boston's one of those teams, they're done. They already have it signed, sealed, delivered. They're just waiting to get into the playoffs at this point. They just want to be as healthy and happy as possible going into the playoffs. So luckily, we got that W, right? But man, did Boston was stressed. I was like, man, when they took the lead, I thought it was over. I'm not going to lie. When Sacramento, who was it, De'Aaron Fox, I think he hit a 3 or something, like, as soon as he hit that, I was like, oh no, here we go. Here we go. They really just sold this game. And then, like I said, Xavier Tillman, man, I'm so glad Memphis traded him. We needed Tillman so badly. That was huge. But then the Pelicans. So another thing that I talked about heavily, I even talked about it yesterday. The Spurs have been hot, right? They went on like a 3-4 game win streak, lost a game, ended up winning a couple more. Like they've actually been winning games recently. And so I said going into that game, again, it's all on video. Hey, look, don't underestimate the Spurs beating the Pelicans. We don't know if Zion's playing. Turns out Zion didn't play because he got hurt. He injured his finger, but there wasn't any structural damage. So we'll see if the Pelicans bring him back, or if they just kind of live with the results and just say, hey, you know what? We got a tough schedule ahead. Let's just kind of ride this out. But the Pelicans, I wasn't surprised at all, right? Like this was something that I saw coming. I'm not saying that I knew for a fact that like the Spurs, it was not like I went and bet the house on them or anything like that, but I was like, hey, San Antonio has been playing really good basketball lately. They've been beating teams. The Pelicans are a sinking ship right now. It's just kind of those momentum swings, right? The Pelicans are on a momentum in the wrong direction. The Spurs are on a momentum in the right direction, and they're trying to win some games, kind of learn and show progress and growth. Victor Wembanyama was like atrocious in the first half, and it was like a 2-point game. And I was like, oh, Victor's going to turn back on. Victor's going to wake up at some point, and they're going to beat these Pelicans. And they did. And Victor turned on, and we ended up getting the W. So great win. Victor even hit a huge 3 in that game. So those were the 2 games that we really needed. Well, 3 games that we needed. We needed 4 with the Suns, but I'll take the Warriors, the Pelicans, and the Kings. Right now, we win tomorrow. We are actually in the 8th seed. And at that point, we just have to maintain the rest of the way. That's it. That's all you have to do is just maintain the rest of the way. And if you do that, then the Lakers would be in good shape. Now, I do have my concerns, and I've said this before, of them losing one of the games in these back-to-backs. Right, you got the Cavs tomorrow. Depending on when you're watching this video, could be today. But you got the Cavs and you got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Those are 2 teams that both have stuff to play for, both need these wins, unless they're playing the Phoenix Suns, right? It's just, both of them just get smacked by Phoenix. But nonetheless, they're going to show up for the Lakers, because guess what? It's the Lakers. Right? And they're gonna play, and they're going to bring their A game, and they're going to give us everything that they have. You have to go at least 1 out of these 2. I said it in these final 5 games that I thought the Lakers would go 4-1. I thought that they would lose one of the Timberwolves or Cavs game, whichever one. In my opinion, you got to beat the Cavs, right? Because if you beat the Cavs, then what that does is it allows you to kind of exhale a little bit. Now, look, the Lakers are aware and know that they need to win every game the rest of the way. Rui Hachimura even recently had an interview where he talked about it. And he said, like, hey, we know we can't lose a game. Like, we need to win every single game. We're trying to win all 5. Beautiful, right? That's what you want to hear from the team, right? So, to me, if you win that Cavs game, though, you can exhale a little bit and then go out there and just handle business against the Minnesota Timberwolves. But if you lose that game, not all hope is lost. Where if you lose to the Cavs, now that Minnesota game becomes that much more of a desperation game. And if you lose that, now it's just like, do the Lakers start having this slump, right? Although the Lakers have been good at bouncing back after a loss, right? They lose a game and they'll bounce back immediately. But still, like I don't want to take the chances. I don't want to take the risks. You handle business against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then if they beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, I think that they sweep the board. Right? If they win these 2 games, I don't think that they drop another game, because you have the Grizzlies, which they should beat the Grizzlies. And then you got the Pelicans and the Warriors. Not in that particular order. It's actually the Warriors, the Grizzlies, then the Pelicans. But you got the Grizzlies game, which check off as a win. You got 2 games against 2 teams that you have to beat. Out of all the games that are coming up, again, they're all crucial. They're all important. They're all significant. But the 2 most important out of all of them are the Pelicans, are the Warriors. Those 2 games could be the decider for the Lakers. Right? Lakers beat the Warriors. Then the Warriors, there's not going to be enough games left for the Warriors to catch the Lakers, especially when the Lakers have the tiebreaker. But the Pelicans, that game could come down to the Lakers leapfrogging them and getting into the playoffs or into the 8th seed, right? So maybe even the 7th, have a home court game against the Pelicans. That could be something, right? Get the tiebreaker. If you finish with the same record, guess what? You leapfrog them. We are in prime position to leapfrog at least 2 teams, We're right there. We're there to leapfrog the Golden State or Sacramento Kings. So we're already in that like Sacramento. Here we go. Let's take the mantle now, right? You win both of these back-to-back games, and that would actually give you a full game, right? If Sacramento loses one more game, that's it. You just win outright. Bare minimum, you're the A seed. Maybe you get better. If they win outright, I think it's a real possibility that they maybe potentially get in that 6th seed, but it's getting brutal. Teams keep selling to the Suns. I know it looks like, oh man, maybe Phoenix loses a game or two, but like at the rate they're going, the way that they're playing right now, and the way that these teams are playing against them, I wouldn't count on it, right? And we're not going to catch Dallas, so Dallas is going to be 5. Phoenix is going to end up being 6. I think best case scenario for us, the way it's shaping up, again, things could change. Like I keep saying, if the Lakers end up landing in the 6th seed, beautiful. Then we'll celebrate, we'll talk, we'll be excited. That'll be great. But expect 7th or 8th. I think that the Lakers, the Kings, and the Pelicans look like they're going to be the 2 teams, which the Pelicans were one of those teams that it looked like they had it chalked up. But, I say it all the time. A lot we've seen, if you've watched enough sports, period, not even NBA, just sports, period, crazy things happen all the time. In the NBA, crazy things happen all the time. It's why people are always like, why are you so positive? Why just accept it? The Lakers are done. And I keep telling you, one of us keeps end up being right? And it's because, again, a lot can happen. I'm not saying the Lakers are going to get there yet. They still have work to do. But it's not, everything's kind of falling in line, falling in order, right? And even with teams trying to purposely sell to offset the Lakers. But again, if you've seen enough sports, you know how this thing plays out. You know how this works. The Lakers aren't a bad team. The Lakers are a very good team. They're going to get in the 7th or 8th, in my opinion. And we'll see how it goes. But great day for the Lakers. Need a couple more of these. We need like 2 more of these days, right? But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What did you think? How'd you feel? What were your thoughts on this game? Were you excited? Were you happy? Were you disappointed in the Phoenix Suns? Keep running through everybody. But again, love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.